Hey everyone, so today I wanted to kind of explore and find a workaround for what would happen if you actually did hit the door for 3-2 in free play. So if you remember and recall, like a while back, a couple weeks ago at least, we were trying to figure out that if you did for any percent, you start a new game, you do 1-1 and then you go all the way to 1-5, you get the story red brick, complete that, and then if you, for whatever reason, could find a way to get Riddler and Harley Quinn in your free play roster, you could actually go back into 1-4 and then do a super jump, like a canceled super jump of Riddler and Batman, and from there you would hopefully land like perfectly halfway inbounds and out of bounds between like the invisible walls that go up forever, and then from there you'd SSJ up, and then you'd hit the door that'd warp you to 3-2 in free play, which could mean you could skip 3-1, and it would save a lot of time. But something we were unsure about, obviously, besides getting those characters in your free play roster, was what would happen if you did finish the level in free play, because we know that if you do warp there without Harley Quinn in your party, you can't complete the level because her like AI model, which is like kind of how the game's programmed, isn't loaded when you don't have her like in the character roster for whatever reason. So obviously then you can't do the boss fight because she won't load into it. So what I wanted to do was make a workaround to see what would actually happen if you hit it in free play. So I'll show you what my game plan is. I've got Cheat Engine here. I'm going to be using some stuff. I have my extracted games here, so this is just a normal Steam version of Lego Batman, obviously, and this is just how I used to extract files, and this is my backup DAT files in case something becomes corrupted. So my game plan here is a little complicated, but what we're going to do is we're going to start a new game, and then we're going to go to Gotham Streets, which is this level in the game's code. So what I did was I edited some of the text files. I don't know if you know what this is, but you can actually edit the text files, something I kind of found on my own, I guess, when I was experimenting in the debug, is if you change the text file in this game, the text file is basically just telling the game some specific stuff, like how to operate and basically how the hard load operates. So we have like stuff like gizmos up there, and we have some camera settings here, and then we have a door list here. So you can see that you see Fairground A, that's kind of unusual, right? Well, I actually was able to edit the text file. What it does is, like, if I just literally go right here and I type something in, I could actually change the destination of doors. So obviously you don't do this when you're speedrunning. You're not going to find a new wrong warp. You don't work in this game or any 1.0 game besides LSW1 as far as I know. So I'm just doing this for educational purposes, obviously, so please don't claim you found a new warp or glitch. But anyways, basically these doors, there's like a little hash marks here that they kind of tell you a new kind of genre of the hard loads being discussed. So this is just a string of code that kind of tells you how the door operates. So when you hit the door starts. The spline is the name of the door. The level is where it's like its destination, where it's going to bring you. So if you hit the door to bring you to the second room, like this second room in 1-1, it'll bring you to Gotham Streets B, which is its code name. One way, this kind of tells you, like, if you hit the door from one way, or if you hit it from the other way, does it work? Like, if it has one way, then that means you can only hit the door from one way. Whereas compared to if this string wasn't here, you could hit it from both ways, or if it said two-way. And then door end, the door ends and the sequence ends. So basically I edited this one right here, which is the reload door. So if you go behind the normal door here that brings you to the second room, you can reload the room, but I edited it to bring you to a 3-2, and we'll test that later. So that's the code name for 3-2 Fairground A. And here in this, I'm all just editing this in 1.1 because it's the quickest. You don't want to do it in like 1.5 or something. And we have this here, and I edited some stuff here. So obviously we're gonna go to room 2 once we start, and we're gonna end the level. We'll just warp us over there. I'll tell you about that. But the thing to note was this. So I edited the reload door for this room to bring me to 6.1, which is Fairground Bad A. So technically it should load that level in story when I get there. And we have the door that brings you back to the other room in case I mess something up. It'll just bring me to the normal room. And the reason we're not going to 1.4 to do these doors is because it'll give you the same effect as if you hit the door in 1.4 as compared to if you did it here. So and this is the end door. We'll warp to that. And yeah, those are the modifications I made to this right here. So the other thing I'm going to be using is Cheat Engine. So I'm going to launch Lego Batman real quick. See, it's in windowed, and I'll launch this cheat table, which unfortunately I can't give away because it's easily exploitable, kind of like the text files. And basically what I can do is I can press a button and it'll work me in the X, Y, or Z direction. Don't use this. Please don't say you found some new piece of tech, because we know you're just using Cheat Engine or something, but hopefully that won't happen regardless. Anyways, so I'm gonna, I don't know if I showed you that. Here's Cheat Engine. This is what I was talking about. It's just like, it's a cheat table. I go up here, I press that, right? And then it'll load this coordinate display. So, sorry, I had Batman up. So, that's all we need to do with Cheat Engine right now. It's just in the background, kind of working its way through. So, we'll see what happens. So, by the way, everything else about this game is the exact same as if you played it normally. So we'll just start a new file. It doesn't really matter if you're playing on saves, I don't think. So first we're gonna, so here, this is what I was talking about. Oh no, I'm cheating. By the way, I'm just gonna submit this as my new 1.1 replay story IO. Not really. Actually, one second real quick. But it does make it quite a bit easier if you grab the bomb suit, because the doors are kind of blocked off by the metal here. These silver balls. Funny Lego-Con reference. So just gonna go here and move to the next room, and obviously we'll try to end with 0 stats because I don't want the status screen. That's just the camera pans as if you actually move. Okay. So then, oh look, it's the unlevel door. I missed the unlevel door. This is why I don't run free play, by the way. So it'll bring us the outro. Obviously, Cheat Engine doesn't really have any values to work when you're in a status screen or something. Did collect the bomb suit. A demolition suit. And we're gonna go back to the back cave. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go back into this level in free play, or I mean replay story. And we're gonna go to 3-2. Let me double check real quick. I think I forgot what I set it to. I think it was Gotham Streets B in the reload door, right? Okay, no, it's in the first room, I think. I'm I'm just double checking this real quick in the text files because I have a short memory. Okay, so we're gonna go to the reload door for the second room. Obviously you wanna, let me grab the bomb suit real quick. I keep forgetting that. You'd think doing this level like 3,000 times. Okay. I got stuck on the tripwire. Not tripwire, it's second now like a tripwire stuff. So the reload door for the second one. Go here, da-da-da. Okay, and make this. So actually right now we're reloading the 6-1. So even though we're not supposed to be here, it's pretty cool because we can actually move around. So move my character. Just gonna skip right throughout the level. And we'll play this like normal. Just gonna go to the end level door. Because like I said, I don't want to edit too many text files or else I'm going to forget one, obviously. I just try to keep it simple with Gotham Streets. I'm trying to avoid the trigger area there. Never mind. Well, that's fine. So this is, yeah, it's kind of weird, like, how do you complete the level even though we didn't have it unlocked yet? So we can actually continue story if we wanted to. Pretty cool, but obviously there's no doors. There are no doors that warp you to here right now. And yeah, so since we completed it in story, we could technically go on to the next level. It's kind of like you completed the chapter. But I'm curious if if the lever is actually working now. It is. See, we're still only at 2.9%. Because if I went back here, I don't think all the levels are unlocked. Just 3-1 should be. Yeah. It's weird because I didn't go to 3-2 yet. So, here's our game plan. We're gonna go in here. We play. See, we have Harley Quinn in our party. So now we'll see what happens if we actually go hit the door. That would normally work for you to 3-2, but with Harley Quinn in our party, see, even though she technically isn't supposed to be unlocked yet. With the bomb suit, so we can just pull it up here. And hit the reload door, so. So I just connected P2 so they can help me out a little bit. So obviously you would have SSJs, but we have an even more powerful tool. Okay. Free hostage because you don't have, let's just say that the normal character files that are supposed to be loaded into this level aren't. So the ones that like hold the hostage, for example, aren't there. But since we do have Harley Quinn, we can trigger the boss fight. So this is actually, like I said, this is mimicking what would happen if you hit the 1-4 door. free play. And we get free cycle skip because there's no Joker boxes loaded in. Like the Jack in the Boxes, but Joker boxes. Because they don't load in if you don't have them unlocked, I guess, or something. It's weird. So yeah, here's the moment of truth. What would happen? So we completed the level in free play. So we will go back to the Batcave. Now what? Can we go 3-3? No, we can't. It's not unlocked. So I guess that's what happens if you do even complete it in free play. You wouldn't have the story level unlocked yet. Test something out real quick. What would happen if you completed 3-1? Would it have free play unlocked? I'm just curious. That's basically what I was trying to test. So that's interesting. But this is also a good question, I guess. So we'll just warp over here. Obviously we'll hit the unlevel door. Unfortunately we cannot hit it in story yet. At least making a speed run. So here's like the collision. Let's warp up to it. There we go. Again, level door. So yeah, it's weird. It still warps you to the status screen. And also, that's also pretty cool that if you warp to any level, I'm just curious to see, like, if that's free play or not. If you warp to any level in Villain, apparently it unlocks the lever, which I thought only happened if you completed a chapter. So no, we can't do it in free play. But now I'm curious that if you unlock the free play, if you unlock the level in free play, could you still warp to it? I don't think you'd be able to. Because you need to complete the level in story. Which if you warp to the level in story, then yes, I can almost certainly guarantee you that it would progress like normal. I mean, I can test that if you want. I just want to test this in, maybe we'll test this in free play. See if it changes anything since you have the level unlocked. Nice preload. Free play. Okay. Obviously, we get Riddler goons because I don't think the file has like been able to load the clown goons yet. And its replacement is the Orbit Dragoons, because they're basically the same hitbox. Okay, nice cycle skips. Just target one of them. Okay, or both. So we just completed a level in free play again. Now we'll go back to the back cave. Saving definitely shouldn't matter, but so free play shouldn't be unlocked, right? Okay, yeah, it isn't. So we can then just go to this in story. But one last thing our test is if you hit the 1-4, technically 1-4 door in story. Obviously I'd have to change the text files again if I want to actually test the 1-4 door in particular, but this gives the same effect. Technically our test, like what would happen if you hit the 1-4 door. In story, so try going back here, try cheesing our way through. Not quite. Yeah, that's why I didn't edit those, because we'll go back. The cheese method does not work here. There we go. So I'm back here. And let's just see what would happen if I completed it in story. Because technically that's a door that warps me here. With all the normal AI loaded in because it's in story now. I have to get rid of some of these guys here. This is annoying. A very interesting door to hit. Okay. See now, since we load the level in story, I think the level needs to be completed in story. That's probably what it meant, like for it to unlock all the necessary character files to load in free play. Because you aren't even supposed to get to the level in story before you do, or in free play before you get in story. That's why some stuff, they don't want to load the extra stuff if they don't have to, right? So see, the big difference here is we have these Jack in the Boxes here. Story. Okay, moved too early. That's fine. See, this is what happens when I play too much TCS 90%. I get rusty in Batman. Unlucky. Of course, they're all one-shots. Nice recovery. And not nice recovery. Okay. So we hit the door that technically warps us here. No surprises here, I wouldn't imagine. We'll just see if it's unlocked in free play. and then, you know, continue story, obviously. And then, yeah. So if you did hit the door in story, I don't know how in the world we do it without some sort of wrong word. It'd be crazy. I don't know how you pull it off. Maybe a hitbox warp, but I don't think you can get one in the first room. It would probably bring you to the second room anyways, but yeah, so obviously free play is unlocked. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, everything else is the same. Like, you'd just be able to go on normally, so that's cool. There is a small bit of hope we have, but for as far as we know, it probably isn't happening anytime soon. So that's all I want to look at. Thanks for watching. See ya.